Allah. All praise our framer, our shaper, our breath of security, our most high power, Amma Abba. You know, I really miss Rap the News. I know a lot of us feel that way. And, you know, this is a small community we got. I would like to say that everybody get it, but, not many won't. Many won't. And I Rap the News understood that, that you got to do it for the few. To do it for the many would be, really vanity. There's a dog chasing his tail, but to do it for the few, now you're hitting the target, now you're connecting, with the creator's vision. You know, um, we wish that many, will be, you know, uh, preserved, but the reality is few will be preserved, and the code is what preserves us. Connecting directly with our creator only is what preserves us, and so I just appreciate the strength that the family has. The Aqua, the wife of Rap the News, we appreciate you. You're a wonderful Aqua. I know it's hard to get up sometimes and keep it going and just um, you know, push forward for your flock, for your tribe, your Shabbatah, to inspire a nation. You know, it's it gives us all perspective, and I know that as a family, I'm sure you have perspective even more about the importance of our brother in this community, in this tribe, in the house of Israel, Hashurah. So we're rocking with you, we're building with you, we're being framed and shaped with you, we're being molded with you. There ain't no death, as the wisdom of Solomon breaks down. Only to the unwise do they seem to die. Only to the unwise do they seem to die. So I ain't dying. We ain't dying. We are forever. Our frequency continues. This transition is a good thing because we know, Ox positioning, himself in a beautiful place, to truly help the Shabbat, truly help the tribe. And this is the type of frequency war that we're in. It might feel like we're losing, and it's okay to hurt. It's okay to feel heavy. First of all, it's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to feel, heavy. Don't feel like, oh, I got to bounce back. Just absorb and just be there, be present. You've been present with us. We're present with you. Managas, please continue your support. You're doing a great job, great work for the family. You got the Cash App right here. I'll leave the link. Rap the News. You can hit the PayPal up. You can also access that right on their YouTube channel. Hit up Rap the News. You know what I'm saying? And just get the drop. I mean, I've been over here binging like I'm on Netflix, going crazy. But I just love the bro's work so much. I mean, he never took his foot off the neck bone of the hijack, Taught us all how to do it, you know what I'm saying? Taught us all how to keep our foot on the neck bone of Hijack City. And, hey, hey man, these next drops, these next drops are for you, Rap the News. You know what I'm saying? We going in. All praise the creators. It's our time. And the water Rap the News for inspiring us, letting us know that. As a tribe, we support you. We love you so much. All AI, and we're going to get this message from his wonderful daughter, his beautiful Bahat, and just enjoy her flow, man. She has some really great announcements, that I'm real excited about coming up on the channel, man. So get all the drop below, click the links. We're going to come back to this Deuteronomy chapter 6 because the bro really loved this script and I want to read it for the fam, you know what I'm saying? So let's get it. Let's get it. Let's surf the wave with his beautiful, his Yapa Ba'at, breaking it down with strength, with dignity, and with true AI.
Shalom, everybody. This is Rap the News' oldest daughter. You can call me Serenity.
Wow.
Uh, just giving some quick updates and things like that. First off, I wanted to address for the people who have been helping it out and donating. All praises to the Most High. Thank you for everything that you have done, and uh, all praises to God, the Most High. You've been a big help. We we all wanted to thank you for that, and also anybody who has been asking for my father's videos. Uh, my mother says she's getting on it. She's gonna look for it, and God willing, uh, we'll have it uploaded soon.
Wow.
If we can find it or find it for you, I know people have been asking, and as in for people's comments and condolences and all the kind things that you said, we thank you for it. Uh, we're trying to get to everybody. We're trying to read to everybody's comments. We're kind of busy. Of course, we're still grieving.
God.
Um, but we are going to get back to you. We're going to read everybody's comments. We're going to make sure that we either reply or, you know, uh, to your comments. And uh, also we're gonna be uploading some videos soon. Uh, my brother is gonna be taking over my father's channel soon.
Wow. Wow.
We're almost done getting everything situated, and
Wow.
we've just been busy. But yeah, we've been busy, like just working on projects our father wanted us to do and things like that, which we'll be showing on our videos soon on our channel. Which my brother is taking over his main channels, but we will be doing videos on Rap the News Family channel, his RTN family,
God.
uh, soon as well, showing you the progress and the things that our father wanted. You know, yeah, it's still sad, but the things our father wanted us to do. And
God.
I'm so sorry for anybody who has lost anybody, because I understand.
God.
I can feel your pain. It hurts, you know.
God.
But you know, we live for God, so we don't give up. We don't quit.
That's right.
We live for the Most High. You know, our goal is to the Most High,
That's right.
and always keep that in mind. Um, I think that's it for now. Shalom, and I just hope the best for you all.
It's beautiful. My ba'at, the wada. That is so encouraging to see my Nagas, making Naga moves, you know what I'm saying? And stepping up and filling those shoes and making them even bigger, Rap the News, was really putting this in place for you, so this is your time and, we support you and just know you got tribe right here. And whatever we're doing for you and with you, and ain't no separation. We do it for the creator only. We do it for the creator only. What's breath without security and what's security without breath, you know? Wow. We breathe with you, step by step, shoulder to shoulder, brick by brick. We're going to build the house. So the water for your frequency and the water for your message, my aqua, Rap's wife, left a beautiful message to us, and I want to read it. All praise the Most High. Thank you for all the love, caring, and kindness you have shown and expressed for my husband and all of us. We are all one family, one unit, and we love you very much also. May the Most High bless you now and forever. You truly touched my heart with this beautiful tribute video for my husband, Rap. Much love, Rap's wife. Man. I mean, come on. That really lifts our spirit up, lifts our ruach up, and we're gonna keep doing it for you, So please know that, and I feel good, man. Let's go ahead and jump into Deuteronomy chapter 6. Wow. Now this is the commandment, the statutes, and the ordinances which Hawah, your power, commands to teach you, that you might do them in the land where you go over to possess it, that you might fear Hawah, your power, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command you, thou and your son and your son's sons, all the days of your life, and that your days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with you, and that you may increase mightily as Hawah, our most high power, the power of our fathers, has promised unto you a land flowing with milk and honey. And notice in verse 3 it says, observe to do it. Observe. Witness. Remember that double slit experiment? A particle changes once it's being observed, right? A particle only chooses one possibility. We're just talking quantum physics, but a particle only chooses one possibility when they're measuring it. But without it being measured, it hits all possibilities. It's all happening, right? So you don't observe, it's all happening. And that's not always going to be a good thing for you if it's all happening. You know what I'm saying? You want it to be happening the right way. You want to be in the land flowing with milk and honey. Let's go. Hear, O Israel. Hawah, our power. Hawah is one. And thou shalt love Hawah, your power, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you this day shall be upon your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children. Managa, you teach your children, they ain't gonna waver. They ain't gonna be on this holiday stuff. They ain't gonna be on this hijack. That's a promise. This is a fact. This is repeatable and observable science. Teach your children diligently, and you shall talk of them when they sit in the house, and when thou walk by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou rises up. So you talking on them all the time. You giving them the drop all the time. You giving them correction all the time. Whether you walking in, you walking out, you lying down, you rising up, you on cool. Verse 8, and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon your hand, and thou shalt be for frontlets between your eyes. We're talking about keeping the code. And thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of your house, upon your gates. Keep the code. Don't forget the code. Verse 10, and it shall be when Hawah, your power, shall bring you into the land which he swore unto your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give you great and goodly cities, which thou did not build. So you're going to inherit stuff that you didn't even have to build. You didn't even have to build Naganville all the way up. Naganville's already popping off. The Naga is the Negus. The Negus is the king, the Khan. The Naga is the Drakan. Yeah. Like Isaiah 6, the seraphim, the burning ones singing holy, holy to Hawah. Yeah, you in Nagaville. And you don't have to build it all up. You're going to inherit cities, goodly cities, which you did not build. And houses full of all good things. Whoa, imagine just having a house and it's already full of all good things, which you did not fill, and cisterns hewn out, which you did not hew, and vineyards and olive trees, which you did not plant. And thou shalt eat and be satisfied. Then beware, lest thou forget Hawah, who brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt fear Yahweh your power, and him shall you serve. And by his name shall you swear. You shall not go after other gods. Here we go again. Because we could talk all the other codes. You could talk fringes and beards and all these other things. My noggin, you going after other powers, it's game over. You know how you lose your land really fast, man? You know how you lose your land really, really fast? You know how you lose all your people? You know how you lose your priests? Like Hosea 3, you're going to go a long time without a Khan, a long time without priests, a long time without your things, and a long time without your stuff. Verse 14, you shall not go after other gods. Christmas, Christianity. Rap is trying to pull us out of this stuff, right? He's trying to let us know. Get off this Zeusism, right? Get off these other gods. Get off this Jupiter. Let's go. You shall not go after other gods of the gods of the peoples that are around you, for a jealous creator. Oh, if your children started calling another daddy, daddy, mama, mama, oh, imagine how you would feel. So they can translate it as jealous, and you can say, what kind of God is jealous? The type of creator that loves their children. The type of creator, the type of mama that loves her children, the type of father that loves his children. Will make you feel some type of way if your children are calling, somebody else their parents. Even Hawa, your power, is in the midst of you, lest the anger of Hawa be kindled against you, and he destroy thee from off the face of the earth. You shall not try Hawa, your power, as you tried him in Massa. Hey, don't try Hawa like you tried him in Massa. You shall diligently keep the commandments, keep the code of Hawa, your power, and his testimonies, his statutes, which he has commanded you. And thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of Hawa, that it may be well with you, and that you may go in and possess what? The good land. Here you go popping off with your land again. You see a direct correlation between you having land and not having land is you serving these other powers or not serving these other powers. It's that simple. Because everything else falls into play. The understanding, you know what I'm saying? Mama, that they call wisdom in Christianity, which is the first of his creations in Proverbs 8. Yeah, with mama, your father created. Mama's the first, right? God. Yeah, mama's very important, but in Christianity, somebody else is the right hand, right? This is what Rap the News is warning people out of love, and they took it how they take it, you know what I'm saying? But out of love, and thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of Yahweh, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest go in and possess the good land which Yahweh swore unto your fathers. So the land is yours. It's already been sworn unto our fathers, unto our mothers. This is not a new possession situation. This is not about getting a passport and, let's find some new land. This is not about, you know, um, some colonization. You know what I'm saying? This is about your inheritance. Good land. To thrust out all your enemies from before you, as Hawa has spoken. Right now we are encompassed by enemies, like King David, would pray about in Psalms 18, right? I'm surrounded by enemies. And here comes Hawa, here comes the Creator, with fire out of his mouth and smoke out of his, yeah, fire out of his mouth, smoke out of his nostrils. So, yeah, flying to the defense of King David and the whole tribe with smoke out of his nostrils and fire out of his mouth because he was surrounded by enemies. Just imagine what Hawa would do for you as you are surrounded by enemies to thrust out all your enemies from before you, as Hawa has spoken. When your son asks you in time to come, saying, what mean the testimonies? What does it mean? The statutes, the ordinances, the code, what does it mean? Which Hawa, our power, has commanded you. Then you shall say unto your son, we were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt, and Hawa brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. And Hawa showed signs and wonders great and sore upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, upon all his house, before our eyes. And he brought us out from thence, that he might bring us in to give us the land which he swore unto our fathers. Nobody can genealogy their way unto your land, my noggin. It's been sworn to you. I don't care who you think you can prove was here. Has it been sworn to your tribe? Because we're talking tribe, my noggin. We're talking tribal. Yeah, that's when they get covetous real fast about this land. I mean, they start making treaties on you, right? For longitude and latitude. For land that was sworn by the Creator, they get jealous because they want the good land. So they keep a Naga asleep while they go collect and play some, necromancy, some spell games. Bring us these doctrines, hijack city. The seed exists, the remnant exists, and the remnant is never washed away. Mama preserves, Abba preserves. Let's go. And Hawa commanded us to do all of these statutes, to fear Hawa, our power, to respect our Creator, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive. The seed is preserved, my nigga, forever. You think the Creator gonna let his seed get washed out by the white man because they invaded? They gonna intercept every Negro seed? Come on, man. They didn't intercept nothing. We kept popping off and the seed continues, and we ain't some mixed out, washed out version of ourselves. We the same niggas they just found here. Stop playing. We are preserved, that he might preserve us alive, as it is at this day. And it shall be righteousness unto us, if we observe to do all this commandment before Hawa our power, as he has commanded us. I see why my bro Rap the News really loves that flow. I love talking about the preservation of my tribe, because I do it for my tribe. I ain't worried about, what I'm saying, how anybody feeling outside of that, you know. But if you're gonna rock with the tribe, then rock steady. That's all we can ask of you. You gonna rock with the tribe, we just ask you. We ask that you rock steady. We ask that you keep the water flowing. And never forget, we are preserved. You know, Solomon prayed for Mama. He asked his father for more wisdom, for more discernment, for more understanding. In Proverbs 8, she says, I am understanding. She also says, I am power, the first of his creations. Allow Only to the unwise do they seem to die. Let's get it right here in chapter 2. Every time I pick it up, man, I just want to go. Cause Mama got that flow, wisdom of Solomon. Let's go. For they said within themselves an unsound reasoning. Our life is short and sorrowful. There is no healing when a man comes to his end. This is what the hijack said. And no one was ever known who was released from Hades because we were born by mere chance, right? You hear this all the time in Hijack City. You only live once. Once you're gone, you're gone. This is your one chance. You get one life, right? And hereafter we will be as though we had been, because the breath in our nostrils is smoke, and reason is a spark kindled by the beating of a heart, which being extinguished, the body will be turned into ashes, and the spirit will be dispersed as thin air. Our name will be forgotten in time. No one will remember our works. Our life will pass away as the traces of a cloud. It will be scattered as a mist when it is chased by the rays of the sun and overcome by its heat. For our allotted time is the passing of a shadow, and our end doesn't retreat because it is securely sealed and no one turns it back. Come therefore and let us enjoy the good things that exist. Let's use the creation earnestly as in our youth, right? You only live once, YOLO. Hey, let's live like we're young. We only get one life. Hijack City. They're telling you the philosophy right here. Let's fill ourselves with costly wine, perfume, and let no spring flower pass us by. Let's crown ourselves with rosebuds before they wither. Let none of us go without his share in the proud revelry. Let's leave tokens of mirth everywhere. We're partying like it's 1999 because this is our portion. This is our lot. Let's oppress the poor widow or oppress the righteous poor. Let's not spare the widow nor regard the gray hair of an old man. Hijack City. And let our strength be a law of righteousness, for that which is weak is proven useless. But let's lie in wait for the righteous man, because he annoys us. You annoy them with your code. You ignore you annoy them, with your righteousness. Because he annoys us is contrary to our works, reproaches us with sins against the law, and charges us with sins against our training. He professes to have knowledge of the Creator. He calls himself a child of the Creator. He became to us a reproof of our thoughts. He is grievous to us even to look at, because his life is unlike other men's and his paths are strange. They're looking at you strange because you KTC. You putting the Most High over everything. We were regarded by him as something worthless, and he abstains from our ways as from uncleanness, man, dodging all hijacks. He calls the latter end of the righteous happy. He boasts that Hawa is his father. Let's see if his words are true. Let's test what will happen at the end of his life. So then they want to put the Creator to the test. They want to put Hawa to the test. For if the righteous man is Hawa's son, he will uphold him. He will deliver him out the hand of his adversaries. Like Psalms 18, like Khandrop. Let's test him with insult and torture. Uh-oh. That we might find out how gentle he is, and let's test his patience. Let's condemn him to a shameful death. And they've been doing all this, ain't they been doing this to the so-called Negro, my nigga? And he will be protected according to his words. Thus, they reasoned and they were led astray, for their wickedness blinded them, and they didn't know the mysteries of Hawa. Neither did they hope for wages of holiness, nor did they discern that there is a prize for blameless souls, because Hawa created man for incorruption and made him an image of his own everlastingness. But death entered the world by the envy of the devil. That's deep. Death entered the world by the envy of the devil, of the hijack, of the adversary. And those who belong to him experience it. What? Those who belong to him experience it. So they put death on all of us, and it's like, no, not unless you belong to the devil. We talking life over here. Let's go. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Hawa, and no torment will touch them. Allow Wah. Praise our Creator. In the eyes of the foolish, they seemed to have died. Wow. So one version says, in the eyes of the unwise. This version says, in the eyes of the foolish, they seemed to have died. Meditate on it. Meditate on it. I mean, what's Solomon bringing out here? What's Amma bringing out here? Because without his mama, Solomon couldn't put the ingredients together. In the indigenous Papuvo, the mama is considered the framer. She who takes the ingredients and puts together a fine meal. And the father is the shaper who molds you, who shapes you with what? The word, right? The vibration, the sound, the frequency. You're in the frequency, you're in the vibration of your Abba, your father. You've been framed and put together, specifically by Amma, who creates a fine meal when she created you. Your frame and your shaper is your Ha, your Wa, your breath, your security. The fifth and the sixth letter of the Picto-Paleo Hebrew is the Ha, is the Wa. Before you get the Zan, Zion, the Ha is the reveal, the revelation, the breath. The Wa is the foundation, the security. What's breath without security? What's security without breath? Mama, first of his creation, has always been there popping off. So you might want to listen up. Because ain't a thing around you popping off without mama being involved in it. In the eyes of the foolish, they seemed to have died. What does it mean? Are we foolish for thinking, someone that we love, has died? Or is this just the language that we're caught up in, the necromancy, the spell of the English language, and we're not thinking about the life? We're not connected to mama, the wisdom, to let us know that no, Ak News did not die. No, our loved ones did not die. No, we do not die. We are incorruptible, Ruach spirits. We are, vibrating up. There ain't no death with us. Death entered the world by the envy of the devil. So the envy of these adversaries that think they only live once, because they do. They belong to this adversary. But the envy is that you live forever and they only have this one shot. They only get this one experience, whatever. But you ain't connected with their devil. Only those who belong to him experience death. Do you belong to the devil? So death has nothing to do with you. You're all life. You're all righteous. And only in the eyes of the foolish do they seem to have died. I'm not saying it. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3. Ammon's popping off. Their departure was considered as a disaster. And that's how the family's feeling. Disastrous. And their travel away from us ruined. We feel this way. And it's okay because our life, is there's a big void, there's a big emptiness. We don't know what we're gonna do. We can't imagine our life without, such a presence. But it's not a disaster, my family. It is not your ruin. Like I said, it's your time because we're popping off. But they are in peace. Who? The souls of the righteous. Raptor News got so many of our people off of that hijacked city to connect directly KTC with Hawa, with the creator directly. And just know, we're talking about the souls of a righteous man, righteous Ak, who never have died, because only, those who belong to the devil will experience what they call death. But the eyes of the foolish, in the eyes of the foolish, they seemed to have died. Their departure was considered a disaster, and their travel away, right? Raptor News has made his travel home, his travel away. They want to, consider it death. They want to consider it, however, you know what I'm saying? They want to consider it ruin, right? But no, this is shalom. This is shalom. This is peace. Allah. For even in the sight of men, they are punished. Their hope is full of immortality. This is what you have over them. This is why they are envious. Because this adversary can't live as long as you can live. The devil wasn't created to live forever. Because the devil has no use once you choose up, Khan. Remember, this adversary works for your father's house. This adversary was late to the meeting in Job chapter 1, Job chapter 2. So he's late to the meeting. There wasn't some angelic war popping off. Satan was late to the meeting. Where you been at? Walking to and fro, jamming people up. What'd he do? What'd I miss? He works for the creator. He jams you up when you're out of code. It's very simple. He's the goon of your father's house. He's the goon. You always need a goon to get everybody back in shape, right? That's what they call the adversary. When you're out of code, bang, here comes an adversary. But that adversary ain't created forever, because you don't have to be chastised forever, because you're the souls of the righteous and you're going to choose up. The remnant is going to choose up. No torment will touch them. Allah, wow. Only in the eyes of the foolish they seem to have died. Their departure was considered a disaster, and their travel away from us ruin. Their departure was considered a disaster. We're watching our people, get massacred and all these things. It looks like a disaster. It looks like a ruin, but they are in peace. For in the sight of men they are punished, but their hope is full of immortality. Having borne a little chastity, they will receive great good, because Hawa tested them and found them worthy of himself. He tested them like gold in a furnace, and he accepted them as a whole burnt offering. Whoa. So you mean we were sacrificed? Not JC on the cross for us for our sins? How can, if JC was the sacrifice, then why are you still being accepted as a whole burnt offering, man? Body bag for the illusion. You're the final burnt offering, my nigga. Can't no lamb, no goat, can't none of that take the sacrifice for your sins at this point. We were sacrificed. Hawa didn't want no more sacrifices. It became vanity, too much death. Why keep killing innocent animals for your sins? Hawa doesn't, you know, this is not any type of, Hawa don't celebrate at the thought of you slicing a goat, you know what I'm saying? Hawa doesn't celebrate at the fact that you killed 10,000 animals today. But if all that was needed to atone for your sins, then it was accepted. Until when? Until you became the whole burnt offering. Here comes Christopher Columbus in there, right? Here come the conquistadors, where they found you right here in the promised land, flowing with milk and honey, pearls and gold. Hawa don't want your sacrifices. You were sacrificed, but you were also tested like gold in the furnace. Because Hawa tested you, my Naga, and found you worthy of himself. And that's the greatest honor, is to be one with the frequency. In the time of their visitation, they will shine. Uh-oh. We popping off. They will run back and forth like sparks among stubble. Hey, sometime a Naga gotta be a Naga. Naga gotta make Naga moves. You gonna get your shine back. You the last dragon, man. You gonna get your glow back. They will run back and forth like sparks. Wow. They will judge nations and have dominion over peoples. Head not the tail. Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 15 again. We back. Hawa will reign over them forever. Yeah, those who trust in him will understand truth. The faithful will live with him in love, because grace and mercy are with his chosen ones. Hawa, Allah, Hawa. But the ungodly will be punished even as their reasoning deserves. Those who neglected righteousness and revolted from Hawa, for he who despises wisdom and discipline is miserable. Hawa was sharing, wisdom and discipline through Rap the News. Rap the News was kicking that wisdom and kicking that discipline. But for he who despises wisdom and discipline is miserable. You can see the misery in those that despise the wisdom and discipline that the Ak was kicking. You can see how miserable they are, to say the things they say, which we've addressed. But, Drop Nation is paying real close attention to these jabronis out there looking real miserable. Drop Nation is watching you real close. Their hope is void and their toils unprofitable. Their works are useless. Their wives are foolish. Their children are wicked. Their descendants are cursed. For the barren woman who is undefiled is happy. She who is not conceived in transgression, she will have fruit when her while examines souls. So is the eunuch which has done no lawless deed with his hands, nor imagined wicked things against the Creator. For a precious gift will be given to him for his faithfulness and delightful inheritance in Hawa's sanctuary. For good labors have fruit of great renown. The root of understanding can't fail. But children of adulterers will not come to maturity. The seed of an unlawful union will vanish away. For if they live long, they will not be esteemed. And in the end, their old age will be without honor. If they die young, they will have no hope nor consolation in the day of judgment, for the end of the unrighteous generation is always grievous. It is better to be childless with virtue, for immortality is in the memory of virtue, because it is recognized both before Hawa and before men. When it is present, people imitate it. They long after it. When it has departed, throughout all time it marches, crowned in triumph, victorious in the competition for the prizes that are undefiled. But the multiplying brood of the ungodly will be of no profit, and their illegitimate offshoots won't take root, for they, or nor will they be establish a sure hold. For if they grow branches and flourish for a season, standing unsure, they will be shaken by the wind. They will be uprooted by the violence of the winds. They'll get washed up in the wave. Their branches will be broken off before they come to maturity. Their fruit will be useless, never ripe to eat, and fit for nothing, for unlawfully conceived children are witnesses of wickedness against parents when they are investigated. But a righteous man, even if he dies before his time, will be at rest. And they just told you, only to the only in the eyes of the fool do they seem to have died. So we're just talking about being in that shalom. For honorable old age is not that which stands in length of time, nor is it measured given by number of years. But understanding is gray hair to men, and an unspotted life is ripe old age. I just wanted to get a little more, a little extra, man, in the wisdom of Solomon. It's so beautiful. Um, and it's just straight up. Hawaii has tested us like gold, and that's all it's been. It has not been disaster, but it can be considered that. You know, it hasn't been ruined, but you know, they have watched us travel away. During this war, and they think that you know, hey, we only live once. There's not going to be any recompense, and they are. It couldn't be more lopsided. You know, more lump headed. More stiff necked. You know what I'm saying? The righteous live forever. You become the judges, my knock. You become the judges, for you are the judges. What does it say? Let's get it from here. For they say within themselves unsound reasoning, our life is short and sorrowful. So they thought they can come and just pop off, right? They said our life is short. Hey, let's just start oppressing the righteous. But what about the judgment? Who becomes the judges? They will judge nations and have dominions over people. So you're going to judge your oppressors. Please believe that. You're going to judge the scoffers. You're going to judge the mockers. You're going to judge the covetous at heart. You're going to judge those bearing false witness, those, continuing the idolatry, the harlotry. You're going to judge them because you've been tested, man. So whatever's happening with this tenderoni, Anaga, this ain't for you. You've been judged. You've been tested. Whatever they're afraid of, you've been judged. You've been tested. Now you become the judge. And you have dominion once again. And Hawa, our power, will reign over us forever. All praise Hawa for our rap, the news. And Dawada to, his wonderful Bahat and the family, the Bonds and the Bots and the wonderful Aqua, the wonderful wife of Rap the News. We appreciate you, sister, and just you encourage us. You encourage us. You encourage us just every day. With your tenacity, with your fortitude. We are truly encouraged, and that means a lot to be encouraged. There's not a lot out here to continue to encourage the tribe. You know what I'm saying? So, the fact that you're continuing this and allowing us to, continue to be inspired by, such great anointed ones, as this family is to us, means everything. And for me, it makes me dig deep and just pop off, you know what I'm saying, to my next level as well. So I thank y'all for that. We appreciate y'all. My Nagas continue to support the channel and all the backup channels. You can get all the channel drop you can get. If you click any of these vids, I think it's right there in their links. Just click on show more, get all the good drop. Oh, they got the Deuteronomy 6 flow there, He's letting you know, man. Even JC said, don't worship me. Straight up. And yeah, you got all these backup. Oh, man, you got some backup channels. So I know the family's doing different things on different channels. So pop off, man. That's just amazing. And like I said, you got the drop right here. Support the PayPal. Support the Cash App as well. You know, hey, my Nagas, we'll continue to just be inspired, and just know that when we pop off, this drops for you. All praise for God. Look out for us. Look out for us. And my Nagas, I appreciate your patience, your dedication, and your support for our Raptor News.